like I said before, you can buy bolts of this at the hardware store for really cheap, or you can buy a really small amount of it at the gourmet shop for a lot of money. Come on. Yes. The only problem with this kind of strainer is you don't have any way to just sit it. Alright. Then I'm going to take and push this through and get any extra juices that I have. You always, whenever you're straining anything, you really want to push on it real good. Get any extra liquid out of it. That's where all your flavor is. Your flavor always tends to be at the bottom of things. That last little bit. And this is handy because alright, so since we're going to do this in 2 batches, I'm going to take half of this and add it in. Just be careful that you're not adding it in too hot because you don't want to scramble your eggs. And that is the whole trick to making a hollandaise, is trying not to scramble your eggs. That's why people find it so finicky. That's why they find it difficult to do. It's really not that hard. Now, I'm going to heat this up directly over the flame. Almost every recipe you read is going to tell you to put this on a double boiler. Until you've made a bunch of hollandaise, I would suggest putting it on a double boiler. It's much easier to regulate the heat. You can take it away. You don't get as hot as fast. I'm going to just put it on and take it off as I do it, and just watch it. What we're trying to do is ever so slightly cook our eggs. We're going to get it to where they start to form ribbons and the color of it changes slightly. It's going to get lighter in color. It's going to get a little fluffier. This may take a quick second. In a minute. I'll get it there. Now it is handy to have a second hand in here when we start to try and incorporate the clarified butter. If you don't have that second hand, it's easy to overcome once you get your eggs right. What you'll do is you put the towel around on your cutting board, set this bowl on it. Because the towel's around the bottom, the bowl won't spin on you, and then you can use both your hands to do it. You don't have to hold the bowl. Like so. Yep. See, now I don't even... So if I'm trying to incorporate the butter myself, I can get away with it now. And we're getting there with my eggs. My bowl's nice and warm. And I think I can get some butter into this mixture. So what we're going to do is start going real slow.
Here's where the potential would be if it's too hot or you add too much butter fast where it will break on you.
Yeah, what you'll have happen is if it's too hot, you're going to scramble your eggs. If you haven't cooked your eggs quite enough, they won't take the butter, and you'll know that's happening real fast because you will see it not incorporated. It'll look like you have an oval slip on top. But see, now that we got the basics of this incorporated,
if anybody would like to get up, please, you're welcome to come take a look at it. You can see where the emulsification
is taking place. And see, now I've got enough of a sauce base here to where I don't have to be nearly as careful. Just go ahead and dump a little in. See, you can just dump that in and then I can catch it up. It'll hold it now. once I'm to the point where I'm adding the butter, I don't have to worry about the flame anymore. I've only used the flame to cook my eggs just enough to be able to take the butter. You couldn't incorporate the clarified butter into the uncooked eggs. It wouldn't happen. You can stir all day long. And then it's just a matter of proportion, how thick you want it, how rich you want it. What I tend to do, I tend to make it a little bit stiffer, and you can kind of see start to go to a mayonnaise-looking texture. And I do it that way, I taste it, because then I know I can adjust it. A little bit of warm water, a tablespoon or so, will slack it out, and it'll be more sauces. Not that sauces is the world. I think that's enough. I'm going to use that for the other batch.
Okay. Incorporated now, or you want to wait?
I've already incorporated in this one.
Oh, okay.
And if I can get, actually, can you go get me a little bit of warm water? Because this is a little thick.